Justice Omotosho of the Nigerian Federal High Court does not see this coming. Odika attack Justice Omotosho na face front and back, right and left and center. He did not see it coming. Odika attack ndị ofe mmanụ, ndị ugwu na ndị Igbo na-enye that man kemgbe that day o mere ife wuruwuru a, ikpe arụrụ a na ikpe aka azụ a, ikpe brown envelope a o kpere megide Nnamdi Kanu na ndị Igbo. Odika attack nwoke a na-receive kemgbe ọnwụrụ today. He did not see it coming. And they believe from that na ebobu no now ọ ga na-regret ife melu o ji ikpe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ikpe wuruwuru a. One of our Igbo brother adona Justice Omotosho vam exactly the same way ọkụkọ si abana zagam the same that way ka this our Igbo brother si bokasia this man like ọkụkọ na bana. The same way esi adokasi ragi ka our Igbo brother in this video si dokasia that justice. Nwanne m onye Igbo listen and listen till the end. If he ga-anọ na ife ị ga-egelu towards the ending of this video ga-shock gị.
For this, let me clap for the shameless Justice James Omotosho.
Using the word shameless, the language.
I am clapping and giving him applause. Whether you call it sarcastic or whatsoever, I'm coming. He said that the judgment amounted to maximum punishment, which was death. But him, in his magnanimity, gave him life sentence. Now let us come back to the reality. Let me state categorically, frontally, that first, the judgment of yesterday by Justice James Omotosho first was a sentencing and life imprisonment of Igbo voice. It is a life imprisonment of Igbo conscience, and it is a life imprisonment of Igbo identity in Nigeria. I sat back to watch this because you can't tell me that something is obtainable here and not obtainable here. That is why I use the word I use, which I know that a lot of people say, why will you use that for honorable justice and all that and all that. First, why is Nnamdi Kanu accused of terrorism? And the bandits that are killing and still killing and kidnapping and collecting ransoms are not terrorists. I said something somewhere in one of the media that in 2015, when Muhammad Buhari came up as president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Fulani herdsmen were on rampage, and their intention was to overrun southeast, south and southwest. And now it was this Maazị Nnamdi Kanu from his hideout that was giving signals. When these men will enter the bush, Nnamdi Kanu will say, no, they are here, and the community will guide themselves. They are here, just doing like what Elisha in the Bible did against the Syrian armies. Immediately, this Muhammadu Buhari, a Fulani man, proscribed IPOB and ESN as terrorists. But not the Fulani marauders, not the Fulani blood-sucking herders. The time of operation of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu operating in Biafra when he was free, that we had a Sunday Igboho who was operating in the southwest. Remember that we had that. Where is Sunday Igboho today? Which court in Nigeria tried Sunday Igboho? Do you remember that we have a man called the president of Miyetti Allah, who we also saw gathered his people and was giving them military training to fight against Nigeria? We all saw it, and Nigerian government has not apprehended that man. He's still working freely on the soil of Nigeria, and everybody is shouting, Nnamdi Kanu did this, Nnamdi Kanu did that, and they're making it look as if in the southeast there is higher level of crime than the northeast, than the north central, than the northwest. We are in the southeast. How many mosques have been burnt? How many churches have been burnt? How many times have a school been invaded and students scattered away into the bush? That's the question everybody should ask. And this man, you called him a terrorist, and Justice James Omotosho is expecting applause. Let me just say this. Do you that Eyinaya Baribe said that this judgment was expected because it is like it has been predetermined. Sometime towards ending of last month and the early this month, we saw a post that Omotosho has been promised of certain gifts here and there. I can still bring the post out. So if it is not right, let them go and arrest whoever made that post. And the two things that were stabled in that thing was either sentencing to life, to life imprisonment or death penalty. And finally, he has given the life imprisonment. I felt so bad when I listened to some of Nigerian politicians of Igbo extraction saying that we are now waiting for political whatever to sort it out. Perhaps the president coming to declare amnesty. It is not proper. The man you have jailed stood for the punishment, persecution that is being meted against his people. Look at the way, okay, even this same judgment is part of that punishment, because until you punish the president of Mietiala, until you punish Boko Haram, until you punish ISWAP, until you punish bandits and the rest of the criminal gangs that are operating in the north, if not, the judgment of Nnamdi Kanu is partial and one-sided. You can't tell me that Sunday Igboho is walking out free, Mietiala is walking out free, bandits are coming to the community to buy and sell, and the local government chairmen are gathering to negotiate with them. How many times has any human being gathered to negotiate with ESN? I'm not encouraging that. In as much as I stand against the criminalities that are being carried out in the southeast, Igbos have this sanctity for blood. We don't shed blood anyhow.
All right.
In as much as I don't in any way agree with anybody carrying arms. Yes, if we are agitating for self-reliance, this thing, we can still do that on papers. We can do it on the news. We can do it elsewhere and not carrying arms.
All right.
I don't agree with anybody lifting arms against the state, but we have people who have lifted arms and nothing has been done to them, and you are bringing this. So I believe that Igbo conscience have been sentenced into life imprisonment.
All right.
I believe that Igbo identity has been sentenced, and Igbo voice have been sentenced. I expect those politicians, both in the Senate, in the House of Reps, the governors, the political office holders across, and the traditional leaders across Igbo land, to rise up. In fact, not just southeast, south, right, to rise up to this and say, no, it is not good. This injustice meted on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is injustice meted to us all.
All right.
That now all our Igbo elites na-esi ụtọ are outspoken, si ụtọ are fearless, courageous and bold. Ịdị na-efesi ife na-efesi anyị, ịdị na-atakọrọ ife na-atakọrọ ndị Igbo. I'm 100% sure that na by today, ndị ofe mmanụ na ndị ugwu ga na-respect ndị Igbo. Ife melụ ndị ugwu na ndị ofe mmanụ ji akparị ndị Igbo na-agba ndị Igbo ka na-agba ụkwa is simply because that now our elites adịla ekwu okwu. Share this video, ụmụnne m ndị Igbo.